Welcome back, everybody. My name is Dalen. Welcome back to a much anticipated book launch, and this time we're announcing the book Something to Say. It's the third book in the series, Wandering Back to Saskatchewan, written by Charlotte Evelyn Sloan. Here's a bit of an introduction from the back cover. Do you know someone who is losing hope? Meet Maggie, Andersen, and Bobby Fiske, two young friends who are granted the gift of hope through unusual circumstances and steadfast love when they need it most. Wander back to Saskatchewan for a taste of farm auctions, a day at the fair, and a go at Saskatchewan farm life years ago. Woven throughout the book is a message of hope. We're all needed and we all have something to say.
I'd like to tell you that the book, Something to Say, was a lot of fun to write. It is a slice of life from a certain bygone era in Saskatchewan, and it was written actually in response to a request from several of our readers who had read Dot on the Prairie, and they wanted to know the story of Maggie, who became the stepmother of Dot Cleaver and her brothers. So that's kind of the background of it, and Maggie was born and raised on a chicken farm. And so that's another little interesting part that we're going to show you right now. Stanley leaned back in his chair at the head of the table. "So I hear you've taken to training chickens." Maggie smiled and then confessed, "I can't do it anymore." Stanley nodded. "From what I heard, that's probably best." She stared at him as if deciding whether or not to speak. They had learned that she might talk if they didn't rush her or appear to be too interested. After a long delay, 2 or 3 minutes at least, she volunteered, "Hal bought me pointy-toed boots in town. They cost $1." Stanley nodded. "They're best for chasing chickens. I ran in the pen to rile them up." The look on her face showed she relished the memory of it. "They were flying right off the ground, up in the air, crocking." "Crocking?" "Yeah, that's the sound they make when they're riled." No one spoke for a while. Maggie started up the conversation again, grinning as she said, "Their feathers were floating up in the air, and some hens went right out a little hole under the wire." "Oh no," that was Bessie egging her on. Maggie looked out the window. "Dumb chickens, you know we've got that hawk." For lack of knowing what to say, but hoping to keep the girl talking, Stanley remarked, "Poor old hens." Maggie squinted her eyes, mentally reviewing the scene. She said to no one in particular, "It was fun." She nodded her head as if to convince her listeners. A lot of fun. The old folks managed to contain themselves, but later that evening, sitting on the porch in the cool of the evening before bed, they told Bobby and Fred the story of the pointy-toed brown boots. Bessie laughed till the tears rolled down her cheeks. Exercise, just exercise and training.
How about a day at the fair? The annual exhibitions have been in operation in Saskatchewan for more than 130 years. Many a prairie kid have had the thrill of spending a magical day at the fairgrounds, screaming on the tilt-a-whirl, trying a game of chance, loading up on cotton candy, taking in the grandstand and gazing at the fireworks at the end of the fun-filled day.
way to the grandstand, they all stopped at the Ferris wheel. With fear and trembling, Maggie stepped up on the ride with Stanley and wiggled into the swinging seat. A safety bar was locked in front of them, and she hung on for dear life. They were going high. It wouldn't take much for a skinny girl to go skidding off the seat and out into the wild blue yonder. Hal and Bobby clambered into the next seat. The Ferris wheel was a one-ticket ride. The wilder rides required two. Suddenly they were moving. Splendid music began to play, and the swaying seat climbed up and up. Maggie held on, frozen with fear and delight. And when they reached the top, Stanley looked out at the countryside beyond the city. "Well, now would you look at that? I can nearly see our farm from up here." And it was the truth. They could see for miles. At that moment, Maggie felt free as a bird. This was something she had dreamed of doing, but she didn't know it would be like this. Around and around they went. The song changed to a different one, a sad song, as they gazed down on the lights of the city. She thought of the big clock's pendulum swinging back and forth in time to the music. The grandstand was grand indeed, featuring a troupe of polished performers who maneuvered an impressive high-wire act. Their glittering costumes shimmered in the lights. The show ended with a smiling cowboy and his guitar, singing everyone back to their vehicles for the ride home. And about the time they found their truck, they heard a low, booming sound. Was it thunder? Suddenly the sky was ablaze with bursts of color. Purple, green, red, gold, and silver exploding in the night sky to the east of the fairgrounds. Fireworks. It was a gala send-off.
All right, $5 for all the clothing and stuff that Jeff and Wayne have out here. And now $5 would be $5 be the one of the $5 would be $5, $5 be the $5 goes into dolls here, no 2.5. Thank you. Now $5, $2.5 would be no $5, $5, no $2.5 would be no $5, $5 here, no $2.5 would be no $5, anywhere else, $2.5 would be no $5, $5 sold at $2.50. You bought it, ma'am. Number 38. Thank you. You win.
Now tell me, who doesn't get buzzed out by a good old-fashioned auction sale? Auctioneering is a fun feature of the new book. Listen in as eager bidders claim copies of Wandering Back to Saskatchewan books.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got one of the 3 books in the trilogy written by a Saskatchewan author, Charlotte Evelyn Sloan. It's called Dot in the Prairie. This is the first one, and these you can buy these at the Remedy RX in Battleford, the Fisher's Drug Store in Co-op in North Battleford, Chinesky's Hardware in Glassland, or through the Grapevine in St. Walburg. But you today can take your copy home right now here, and you won't have the markup of the store. You get it directly from the author. Are you ready? We're going to sell Dot on the Prairie, the first in the series. Gordy, you want to
Ladies
go?
and gentlemen, just take a look here. I'll tell you what, you can only buy these here right now for this kind of money. Start now on the bidding. You tell me, should we start at $100? Why not? Ma'am, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll go down to $50. Somebody here now, would you get along here now? 50, what if I'm in that 50, 40, 30? At $30 here now, 30. Well, tell you what, let's go down to $20. Thank you.
We got
now 30 and 20. What if I'm in that 30? Give me 20.
Yeah.
30, not 40. And 40,
He's in.
50. And on 40, now $50 belong at 40, now 50. Go ahead, ma'am. It's only money. At 45. At,
Yes, sir, in. He's in.
2 men on, that makes $90.
I like your math. Way to go.
45 and now 90. I mean 90. 45 and now 50. I like 90. At 50. 45 and now 90. What about and now 90? Down belong at 90. No, no, come on. 50. 45 and now 50. At 55.
He's in.
At 55. Hit him again now. At 55. At 50. No, $55 belong at 55. In my 55. $55 belong and I have sold it to you, sir. You're lucky.
So yeah, you're in. All right, take your copy,
Good for
and you can get that autograph from the author right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to number 2 in the series. This one's called Sure as a River, and I love that book. I read this one as well. This one is even better than the first one. So you think about what we sold the first one for. This one is worth the effort to go for it. Now, if you sell it, if you buy it directly from the author, then that's fine. But if you want it shipped to you, there's a $5 mailing charge as well. No mailing charge. If you're here right now, you just pick it up, you take it home with you. Christmas presents. Christmas isn't that far away. Getting a little crisp here today. You be ready to take your copies home, and you can sell them for Christmas presents as well. You know, these are in old folks' homes. in Saskatchewan. These are in school districts, in libraries, and they're a bargain. So Gordy, sell number 2.
Here we go. He just said this is the better one. Sorry, sir. Okay, on this one. All right, they tell me this one is better. Somebody give me 100. One, you put about here, one, you put about $100, 175. That's 75. Somebody give me 50. Open the door. That's $50.
Hey,
That's 75. And $50, 75. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, ma'am. Take your damn turn. That's $50, 60. $50, 60. And 60, 70. That's $70, 80. And they see every time she bits, she puts you out, you know. That's $70, 80. That's $70, 80. Would you give me 75? That's 75. And now 80. And 80. And $80. 70. That's a better buy, ma'am. At $80. That's 75 and now 80. Don't look at him. That's 75. At 80. No friends at an auction, you know. That's 75 and now 80. Well, 75 and now 80. You want to buy them here, $1 get $80 and I have sold it. It's gone.
Got it. All right.
Good for you.
You got it.
Fine.
Way to go.
Thank
Now,
you.
I said this was a trilogy. There's 3 books in the series. This one is hot off the press. It's hard to hang on to this baby. This one's called Something to Say, and I have not had the privilege of reading this because it is hot off the press, and they'll be delivered in this week, and so we're looking forward to getting them. But you're at the auction today. You get a chance for the first copy, and we'll put 001 on this one and signed by the author. So get ready, Gordy.
Wow,
number 3.
look at this, you guys. Whoa, this is worth lots more. But we'll do the same thing. We'll try it at $100. $100. One, go ahead. One only. 75. $50. Now
50, he's in.
75.
He's in.
And 50 now 75. I seen you move,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah.
That's 75 and 100. Well, 75 and 100. Well,
She's got the
85.
bid. She
75.
go- Yeah, he's in.
85 and 100 and 85.
Yeah,
and
100.
Now 110. 110. Don't do that.
Yeah,
110.
she's in.
110 and a 20. But I'm going to get 20, 20,
Yeah.
30, 30, 30. 130 every kilometer. 30.
Yes,
now
he's
40.
in.
140. 140. 140. Go ahead, ma'am. 140 and 30 now 40. It's only money.
She's
There
in.
it is. Now 150. 140 now 50. What about 150? 150. 140 now 50. What about 150?
Autograph.
And 150. Yes. 140. She's on. You're out. And 150. 140 now 50. What about? What do you mean no? Give me 145. I'll leave you alone. Maybe. And now 50. And now
Yes.
50. Now 55. At 55.
She's out.
It's only lend her $5, sir. 155. 150. What have I been? 155 and a half. Going down. You're going to lose it. 155. Sold to the lucky lady here in the blue at 150.
All right, she's got 2.
Yes,
There
thank
you go.
Great stuff. Thank you very much.
you. I got
All right. Now, do not worry if you missed the auction. The new book, Something to Say, is available today on Amazon or by emailing ontheprairie@gmail.com to find the cheapest and quickest way that you can get your book by post or pickup. Now, here is a clip of Aaron reading from the book, Something to Say.
As soon as Hal got home, he told his mother and Dory, who was home for the weekend, that he had spent the day at Olsen's farm auction. He caught them by surprise as he suddenly crossed the room and held his mother's hand in the air. "How much am I bid for this grumpy old chicken woman? I'm bid at 1 now. I'm bid at 2 now. Will you give me 3?" Dory burst out laughing. "Stop it, Hal. You can't sell off your mother." Hal continued in his newfound sing-song auctioneer voice. "Okay, I can't sell the old lady. How about the chickens? We have 78 chickens to sell today, and every one of them full of lice. I'm bid $100 now. I'm bid $200 now. I'm bid $300 now. Sold to the chicken woman herself. $300. Thea laughed until her shoulders shook. Hal was the only one who could make her laugh.
There is a very serious theme that is included in the book. It's something raw and real and something that happens. I don't want to portray that every day in Saskatchewan's all sunshine under the big prairie sky. And sometimes there's a dark clouds are coming and people have to find their way through it. And this involves depression, not the 30s depression, but emotional depression. And it's an important part of it. And we hope that it offers hope and help to people who do read the book.
There's a big black sky, going into the sky. It's a big black sky, real early day. It's a big black sky, cold winds will blow.
I have a very special announcement to make. We are doing a grand prize giveaway. So that means you get the chance to win all 4 of Charlotte Sloane's latest books that she has published in the last 8 months. I'll just read them out for you. Footsteps in the Walls, Dot on the Prairie, Sure as the River, and the newest book, Something to Say. So these 4 books in the book package have been won by Ava Babineau. Congratulations, Ava. These are an amazing book set. You're really going to enjoy them. Moving on, we also have some really exciting news to share because Carla at Chickadee Gifts has designed and created some very unique and quality merchandise for the book series. And here's a couple of pictures of some of the merchandise that is available. Okay, so now we've talked about the merchandise, we've talked about Ava's grand prize, and we're moving on to something really fun, something that you guys love. And that's the opportunity to be a lucky winner. So, it's all up to Ticketmaster, Henry, and Andrew Dick.
Ticketmaster's here. Ready to pull some names. Who do we got here?
Can you say it?
What's the name?
Me.
You? Let's see. Rosemary Scotton. Okay. Cowboy, we gotta pull another name.
Another one.
What's that one?
That's me.
Oh, that's also you? Okay. Sandra Long.
No, me.
Oh, that was you. Sorry. One more.
That one. It says me.
It says you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Whoops. Dropping it. This one is Betty Pennell.
No, me.
Say thanks.
Thanks.
Can you say yeehaw?
Thank you, Andrew and Henry. If you are one of the lucky winners, please send your mailing address to dotontheprairie@gmail.com and we'll get your surprise merch to you as soon as possible. We'd also like to extend a warm invitation to all of you to check out Dot on the Prairie's Facebook page. Invite your friends and join us there for old-time music, pictures, memories, book news, and lots of other interesting items. As we wind down this book launch, I would like to read a couple of reviews from the latest book, Something to Say. So this first review says, I really enjoyed it. It kept me interested the whole time and I didn't want the story to end. The book shows that everyone has challenges in life and it's up to us and how we survive and cope with them. This story also shows it takes a village to raise a child and you never know what a difference you are making to a child. The things I like best about your writing style is that it's easy to relate and has a great flow, and the characters are well described. The hard work put in by the farmers' wives was so well described. I wish more people could listen, read, and watch more stories like this, and the world would be better off. Best of luck with the book launch, and thank you for the sneak preview. Lana J. And I'm going to read off another review that we got from the book. Charlotte gives her readers a vivid picture of each character inside and out, their likes and dislikes, and their hopes and struggles. She captures their moment of joy and adversity in a way that makes you feel like you're experiencing them alongside each one. We learn while reading of the life experience of Maggie, Bobby, and the rest of the Fiske clan, and there's definitely power in words, and we all have something to say. Lindsay D. All right, everybody. Unfortunately, that does take us to the end of the book launch, but that does not mean it's over. You have the opportunity to pick up your sets of the books that Charlotte has published, especially her newest book, Something to Say. You can either do that on Amazon or you can contact her at dotontheprairie@gmail.com. She also just loves to hear from you guys, so if you want to contact her, go ahead. Also, check out the Facebook page for more updates and news. I'll have all of these links in the description down below for the website, for the Facebook page, for the email, all the information that you're going to need. I also want to give a big thank you to everyone that joined us today and everybody who read from the book, and thank you to everybody that also wrote a review, and congratulations to all the winners. And we will see you on the next book launch next time. Have a great day, everybody.